want to take care of them before they get to that point, because the longer you let it go, the longer it's going to take to fix it, the more work, time, money, resources it's going to take to reverse it. So don't wait. Don't wait. Get in to see somebody that can help you. Also, it can lead to hormonal imbalances. So anything to do with the adrenal, the pituitary, the thyroid, all those hormone producing glands, and that further interferes with your immune functioning. And the immune system is amazing. There's nothing like it. The immune system can handle a lot of things. And if you are keeping your stress levels down and your nutrition good and doing well, your immune system is going to be able to take care of a lot of things. So we'll talk more about those in future office hours, office lives. And I'm going to go on to point 2. Let's see, which is the hype of stress. So how much unpleasant stress that you experience in your work is subjective to your reaction to it. So your perception, the way you are seeing things that are happening, depends on your competence and owning your own reaction to it. So I'm just going to say that again. Your competence and consciously owning your reaction to it directly affects your perception of what's going on. So the more competent you are in dealing with your stress, the more competent you are in whatever project you're working on, all of these things, and consciously owning how you're reacting to the situation, whether you're overreacting or being kind of cool about it or whatever, that is going to affect it completely. So, and also when struggling with extreme pressures and disruptive changes, that also is going to be affected by your competence and your being able to own your reaction to it. So we do have control over that. You don't have to react to everything. You can choose, and it takes practice, but you can choose to be consciously making choices of how you're going to act to it. In the workplace, your attitudes and habits create either barriers or bridges, and that is what can get you to a better future. And what employers want nowadays are, well, probably, and have always wanted, but especially nowadays, I know for sure, that employers want people that know how to make themselves useful and who aren't waiting around to be told what to do. So just a simple example, if you see something on the floor, pick it up. If it needs to be swept, sweep it. If there's something that needs to be organized, sometimes you need to check in with whoever's over you and make sure that's okay. But trust me, they're going to appreciate that you're coming to them saying, hey, can I help by doing this or by doing that? So I know that is something that I am going to be looking for as I'm hiring more people and bringing more people in to the Shelton Wellness Center, that I want team players. So be constantly learning and constantly adapting. Be able to adapt quickly to the new environment, the new change, the new situation, or whatever. Let's see. Be able to work well with others. That's going to be fantastic. If you don't get along with your teammates, It's going to cause a lot of problems for the whole business. And if you're not so great at it, there are all kinds of books at the library. There's classes you can take to learn some of these skills, and it will benefit you in all areas of your life, not just with that skill, but other skills as well. So be constantly learning. I think Tony Robbins calls it cani, cani, constant and never-ending improvement. I love that. So let's see. Also find ways to be successful in new and ambiguous situations. So sometimes we don't really know what's going to be coming. And if you can kind of try and figure out to be doing something during the uncertainty, and sometimes those things are going to pan out into something greater. So don't be afraid to do that. Let's see. Oh, so this I thought was really awesome. Motorola had a psychologist come in and conduct research on one of their division where employees were viewing their jobs as highly or full of stress, and that what she found was that the employees that viewed their jobs as full of stress were the least resilient, and those who used problem-focused coping in their constantly changing work environment were the most resilient. And I was kind of hoping I would have be able to upload my pictures, but apparently you have to have like a program or something. So here's my little cheat sheet note. I'm just going to try and show it to you. So these are what she found. The plus numbers, this side. The plus numbers, the positives, are the employees that they found were the most resilient. They scored high in problem-focused coping and social support, coworker cohesion, supervisor support. And those who were not having an easy time of things, people that were stressed out, they scored low and were experiencing a lot of illness symptoms and emotion-focused coping and perceived job stress. So it's not as cute as the little picture that I made, but I'll try to add those in when I edit this later. So that is referenced in the Journal of Quality and Participation from the January and February 1999, pages 54 through 57. So let's see. Let's see. I know everybody's probably still at work, so they'll be mostly watching this at the end, after it's done. So, basically the moral is to resist the temptation to believe all the hype about workplace stress, right? When we do believe in the hype, it lets us think of people as helpless victims who believe that it's the employer's job to relieve their stress for them. And that's not the employer's responsibility. It's just not. If you're experiencing stress, it's 100% your responsibility to own that either your perceptions about how you're feeling about things or how you're viewing things may not be in alignment, and maybe you need to change where you're working, maybe you need to change how you're thinking, or maybe just how you're doing things, and that can completely change how you feel about your stress levels. So by understanding how you can be more resilient, and highly resilient, you can be far more successful during times like these and during times when people are not feeling as much work strain. There's a lot of work strain right now.